Hi friends, welcome back to another chapter, and this actually is the starting of the first lesson in your reasoning course, in the reasoning part of your aptitude prep course, and we are starting with the chapter of sequences and series. And this is an important chapter because as you know, a lot of questions you'll see will come on this. And essentially, sequence series, to master sequence series, of course, you need to practice questions, but you also need to understand that in sequence series you have what can be described as standard structures and patterns and processes which you build, or which you keep as a kind of a checklist in your mind, so that you are able to handle able to understand the pattern which is being asked about. Of course, it goes without saying that all sequence and series questions are essentially about pattern recognition. They're all about pattern recognition. And when you talk about patterns, you can have patterns based on alphabets, and you can have patterns based on number series. So when you're preparing for the sequence series part, you need to understand both these patterns. So in this lesson, let's have a look at what specific things you need to understand about alphabet patterns. So as we know, the English alphabet has 26 letters: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N are positioned as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13th letter of the English alphabet. And likewise, as you keep going with N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, these letters start from the 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25th, and 26th letter of the English alphabet. So one of the things you should do is you should understand the numerical positioning. Maybe you don't memorize this whole table, but you can keep a few markers in your mind with respect to 4 or 5 alphabets which are which you should know. Of course, you know A is the first one. Maybe you can automate that E is the 5th one, J is the 10th one, M and N are the middle ones, 13 and 14. Right, so maybe you can remember T as the 20th letter and W as the 23rd letter. So if you keep these 5-6 markers in your mind, what happens is you can go forward and backward based on the knowledge of these markers. So if you know that, for example, N is 14 and you want to extract what Q is, so you can simply go with NOPQ. Rather than starting from A, you will start from the 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th. You'll be able to make out that Q is the 17th. So E 5th one, J 10th one, M 13th, N 14th, T 20th, and W 23rd. And the opposite pattern also is there. That means if you talk about the alphabet series or the list of alphabets in the reverse order, Z is the first one, Y is the second one, X is the third one, W is the fourth one, and you can extract any value. If you want to extract, for example, what G will be, you look at this pattern. The sum of the going forward and the sum of the going back alphabet series will always be 27 for any alphabet. So if you want to look for what G would be going reverse, it would be the 20th alphabet. So if you remember the going forward alphabet, you can extract the value of the going backward alphabet for any letter in the alphabet. You want to find out what P would be, Q being the 16th alphabet, P will be the 11th alphabet. So this is how you can actually create your structures around the alphabet series. And typical questions, for example, if you have what can be described as displacement of series in alphabet series. For example, if you have Delhi coded as CCI and D, and let's say D again. And if you get a question like this, that in a coding language, Delhi is coded as CCIDD. So as I said, these questions are always about recognition of patterns. So what you can see is that for D, you're going to see, that means there's a -1 pattern here. And for the second alphabet, E, you're going to see. So for E, you're going to see, which is -2. For I, you're going to L. For L, you're going to I, which means you're going -1, -2, -3. With D, you're going to H. With H, you're going to D. So with H, you're going to D, 1, 2, 3, 4, -4. And with I, you're going to D again, which means a -5. So you recognize the pattern of this question. So what will happen is, they might ask you something like, what will be the code for Jaipur? So when you want to do that, you will have to do a -1 for J, a -2 for A, a -3 for I, a -4 for P, a -5 for U, and a -6 for R. So J being the 10th alphabet, 10th letter in the alphabet, I will be the -1 alphabet. For A, a -2, and this is a standard pattern, that for A, a -2 means you go to Z and you go to Y. You have to go, you have to cross the alphabet over because there's nothing before A. And if you want to do a -2 on A, you -1 on A gives you Z and -2 on A gives you Y. This is a standard reaction on these kind of questions. For I, we need a -3. So F, G, H, I. You can of course you'll not have this table in front of you, but the way you'll think will be F, G, H, I. So F, G, H, and then I. So from I to F is a -3. P will require a -4. So 16th to 12th, L. And a U will require a -5. So 21 to 16, which will be P. And a R will require a -6. So 18 to 12 will be L. So of course, if you have this table in front of you, this will be easy. But normally you will not have this kind of table in front of you. So what do you do in such instances? Once you have identified that Delhi was -1, -2, -3, -4, and -5 on the 5 letters, and you want to go to Jaipur, you could do two things. You could go with each of the alphabets, or you could quickly write all the alphabets in front of you. It will barely take you maybe 10 seconds. That's V, right? So for J, you need a -1, so you can see I. For A, you need a -2, so you can see Z and Y. For I, you need a -3, so you can go to F. For P, you need a -4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. You need an L. For U, you need a -5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you go to P. And for R, you need a -6. So from R, going to -6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So L. So writing this reference structure might be the best way to do it, because otherwise what you will do is for each one you will say ij. So I here, yza, so a here. Then when you're looking at I, you will have to recite fghi in your mind to get an f there, and then for p, lmnop is what you'll have to recite. So this recital part will become slightly tedious and take you too much time. So it's always better that in these kind of questions you write the reference alphabet series, of course without writing their positions, and just pull the numbers or the correct alphabets out. That will be the fastest way to do this. So on the other side, in the next lesson, I'll be talking about number series and the patterns of number series, and then we'll leave you with the questions on this chapter. So for the time being, I want to take leave from you, and hope you're having a good learning experience, and I'll see you on the other side in the next lesson. Bye bye.